Hey besties, it's Newt, back again with another Animal Crossing speed build. As you can see, I'm sitting on the shores of my stunning, gorgeous lake next to Bo's house, and that's because today we're working on my lake. For those of you who don't know, this is actually part 2 of me working on this lake that I built last week. Last week? Yes, last week. But you don't have to watch that part to understand this part, but if you like this lake and want to see how I built it, check out that video, link in the card. But yeah, we're gonna be working on the lake, and that's that. I don't really know what I'm gonna actually do, but we'll see. You'll see in the thumbnail what I actually do, and it'll probably be sick. So grab a snack, grab something to drink, stay hydrated, and let's just get going. Hey again, besties, it's me from approximately 2 weeks in the future. I recorded that intro a long time ago because this took me forever and a day. As you can see, I'm starting the build by building a bridge. But yeah, this is part 2, like I said, of my lake build, and this is going to be essentially the exterior of the lake. So we're going to work on the area behind Butch's house, we're going to work on my secret beach, we're going to work on the area behind Bo's house, and to the left of Bo's house, we're going to do some waterscaping and some other terraforming. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's really riveting stuff. There's also going to be a lot of cuts in this video compared to some of my other videos, just because I did a lot of experimenting. Like, this didn't take me 2 weeks because I was just playing this and nothing else for 2 weeks. Like, oh, this was the only thing I was working on. Like, no, I built Kiki's entire restaurant in that time. But I would just come back to this when I got an idea, and then I'd work on it some more. And, you know, sometimes I don't always feel the freedom to do that with YouTube, like, because I have to make things in the context of a single video. Like, you know, I have to give it a title. I have to say, like, I built a restaurant, I built a junkyard, you know, stuff like that. But I don't actually think in that way when it comes to my island. Like, some things, you know, I'm like, oh, I know I want to make this villager's house into this. But for the most part, I just get an idea for like a single section or a single area, and then I have to make that into a full video. So I'm glad that I split the lake video up, because it just gave me time to think about how I actually wanted it to be, and I'm much happier with it as a result. And it was sort of like pulling off a band-aid in a way, because there's so much stuff I have to do. Like, here I am terraforming this cliff and making a little pond at the top of it, and I have to get rid of that incline, and I have to time travel a bunch to order objects and stunt trees and get rid of things and build things, and it's just a lot. And, you know, just because I do it for YouTube and I make videos out of it does not mean that large builds like this aren't daunting to me, because they definitely are. And I'm glad that I got this one over with, like I said, pulling off a band-aid. And then it gives me space to work on the areas around. Ooh, this is okay, drama's happening. I opened my game, Coco and Marshall acknowledge each other, Coco walks away, Genji's over there. Think about that. There's actually another Marshall Genji moment later in the video that I forgot is happening, and so just like how I forgot that happened. But, you know, here we are. I destroyed that incline, rip to that incline, but, you know, we don't need her anymore. And I'm gonna make like a little pond where I'm gonna put a bridge so that you can look down at the view of the secret beach. Now, I'm not the best at these perspective sort of builds. I've learned that about myself already. I already know that. But, you know, I thought it would be worth giving it a try, and I had a vision in my head of how I wanted it to be. I didn't want to have the waterfall on the back because, 1, waterfalls are too loud, and 2, I really wanted it to look like a land bridge. And once again, I don't know if I actually succeeded at that, but I do really like the view overlooking the secret beach. Now, here is objectively the funniest part of this video, where I struggle for, I think, like, hold on a minute, almost 3 minutes, sped up 450% to build this little pond where I put this bridge. I struggled so much with this, and I just think that it's funny, so I left it in. So enjoy that. Enjoy me fumbling with this bridge. But you sort of see what I'm going for, right? Like, I just want it to look like a land bridge, and like maybe you can see it from Butch's house, and you can definitely see down over at the secret beach. I wanted there to be like a railing for the bridge on the far side of it, and I ended up going with a log bridge because I thought, like, oh, it's in the woods, in the forest. I want it to look like it's like a naturally put there bridge, you know, very like nature-y. Wow, that's possibly the dumbest way I could have described that. A natural looking bridge, very nature-y. Awesome work, Nat. Good job. Best voiceover you've ever done. God. Anyways, I tested it out with the log bridge, and then I was like, maybe I want like the flat wooden bridge. Like that bridge, honestly, what a serve. Love that bridge. So I do that, and then I decide, I literally cut out, I kid you not, at least 10 minutes real time, not sped up, 10 minutes real time of me pondering this stupid bridge, and then I ended up returning it to Tom Nook and going with the log bridge instead. But what's funny is that watching this footage back, I was like, you know what? I kind of like the other bridge. I kind of like the flat wooden bridge. I like it because I think it would look nice with that new fence, the Harv's Island fence, which I haven't really used yet on my island. I ended up using the log stakes to make like a railing sort of thing, or like a barrier, and it looks nice and it matches my island because I use the log stakes everywhere on my island. That's a pro tip right there. Use something that's not a fence. You know, maybe it's like a fence object, but like use an object instead of a traditional fence. But yeah, I might replace it. I don't know. Comment down below if I should drop 100 Animal Crossing bands on a on a bridge after I already bought a bridge. You know, that's the real problem with me making videos like this, is because I am the queen of indecisiveness, and I will go back and watch my own video and be like, you know what? I was wrong with my final choice. Here we are. We're about to come up on the Marshall Genji drama. So obviously, okay, for those of you who don't know, there's a drama on my island. There's like a love square between Marshall, Genji, Fuchsia, and Coco. Right now, Marshall and Genji are together, and Coco and Fuchsia are together. But then I was outside town hall, and Genji asked to move out right in front of Marshall. Like, the audacity of this man. He was working out and everything. Genji loves to work out. Of course I'm trying to stop you. First of all, you can't leave. I won't let you leave. Second of all, how rude of him. And then I went and talked to Marshall, right? It's so weird watching the footage not sped up. It seems like it's in slow motion. And then he said that cute little dialogue that the smug villagers say about how it was fate that we became good friends. And I'm like, that is so rude of Genji. Now, I think what the past couple of weeks of post-drama have shown us is that Coco is capable of turning over a new leaf. Coco's been great the last couple of weeks. Genji, on the other hand, not so much. Genji is really the problem in the situation. And speaking of the problem in the situation, that was me looking at that bridge for like 20 minutes of my life. But yeah, I do think Genji is the problem. And we should have known that all along, honestly. Like that is what this whole situation should have taught us. Lloyd trapped me, and so I was forced to pay off my debts to him. But yeah, comment down below if you think that I should waste more of my money replacing that bridge. Would love to hear about it. Here comes the second challenging part of this. Now that I've built the bridge, I have to decorate around it, which means so many restrictions with the trees, so many restrictions with other objects. Like, it's so irritating. So many restrictions with the cliffs. But, you know, I tried my best, as I always do most of the time, sometimes. And I think that it turned out pretty cute. Here I am. Like I said, there's a lot of cuts in this video. Apologies for that. Also, everything you see to the right of you, no, you don't. There's nothing over there. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. There's nothing to worry about over there. We'll get to that area. I have the best idea for that area. You guys are not going to believe the gorgeous, stunning idea that I have for that area of my island. I'm going to get so many views, so much clicks and engagement. Just, you watch, besties, you watch, okay? I am manifesting that. Future me is going to do numbers with the idea that I have for that area of my island. Ooh, this was super cute. I thought about doing these flowers as like a barrier, but then I realized, then what's the point of the bridge if you can just walk through the flowers? So I was like, no, I should block that area off to encourage you to use my gorgeous and stunning bridge that I paid for. But yeah, we're just decorating this area. A lot of this is just, like I said, me experimenting. I put down a lot of flowers and trees and bushes and custom designs, and moved things around and shifted things. And actually, fun fact, all of this that you're seeing here, you could probably tell if you saw like what's going on behind me. All of this that you're seeing here was filmed before I filmed Butch's junkyard. That's how long ago this was. And I just got stuck with it and was like, you know what? I should stop being stuck. And I just chose to not work on it. And that's a pro tip for you. If you're stuck on an area, work on a different area. You know, if you have the luxury of not having to turn your build idea into one cohesive video twice a week. Oh, Marshall, get out of the way, bestie. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you don't gotta put a title and a thumbnail on your build and you're just doing it for fun, or to post a picture or show your friends or post your dream address, just do it as inspiration strikes. Don't worry about finishing one area. If that helps your brain organize things, then by all means use that. But just go with your heart, besties. That's terrible advice. I take that back. I don't take it back because it's true, but in terms of advice, very terrible, very, very, very lukewarm advice. Of course you should go with your heart. Duh. Wow. Honestly, once again, best voiceover, 10 out of 10, beautiful. Actually, here's a pro tip. Look at this. I put the log, and then I put the wash tub on top of it so you can see it over the bush. There is a build tip for you, besties. Write that one down. Keep it somewhere safe. Keep it close to your heart. I was a genius for that one. I will admit, I really was. Once again, a lot of jumping around in this video. I decorated this cliff specifically because I want to make it be sort of like an observation area for the lake, so you can like go up there and look at the lake and at Beau's house. I also wanted to put this pool floaty back here because I thought it was cute, and I thought it would be cute if it looked like it was his, but it just didn't fit the vibes, the aesthetics. I do like it though, and I like when I go to the Happy Home Paradise Island and I see them floating. It's very, very cute. But I wanted to put a picnic back here because I thought that it suited Beau to have a picnic. I ended up changing it though to be the smaller picnic blanket, and I put a bigger picnic on the secret beach to the right near Butch's house. Their name's supposed to start with B, okay? Cut me some slack. Actually, you know what? No, don't cut me any slack. This is already a terrible, terrible voiceover, and I don't deserve any more slack than I already have. I also decided, instead of doing one big farm on my island and having one villager like be a farmer, I thought it would be more practical and like a space-saving sense to have all of the villagers have their own little veggie patches. That's why Butch in his junkyard build, that's why he just has the tomatoes, and I put this wheat behind Beau's house as sort of an extension of that, and I just thought that it fit. And then I accidentally picked that wheat, so then I just picked all of them, and that was the end of that. Yeah, I had to order so many wheat fields for this, besties, you have no idea, and recolor a lot of them too, just to have some variety between like the light green and the normal green. Give it a little bit of depth and make it a little interesting, But yeah, this is mostly, I was gonna say this is mostly how it looks. That's not true. I got rid of this whole picnic and I changed it to a different picnic, but it's sort of how it looks. The part with the clothes and the stone stool, that all stays. That's exciting. Actually, I have some really adorable footage of Bob hanging out in that area. I don't know how he got over there. It's not like it's inaccessible to my villagers or anything. Like I can imagine how he got over there, but like how, like he had to wander a long ways to get to where he was, besties. I just realized how many of my villagers have B names. Is it only 3? I mean, 3 is a lot. You have Bob, Butch, Beau, Fuchsia, Pecan, Coco, Genji, Marshall, Kiki. It's just 3, I think. Maddie, yeah, it's just 3. But that's still a lot, though, right? And they all, live in the same place, too. So that makes it extra confusing. But, I love them all. I love them all so much. I love my villagers. Especially Beau, who is my best friend and who I love very, very much, which is why I'm taking so much care with decorating the outside of his house. And we will do the inside of his house at another date. I feel like I'm doing the inverse of Coco's house with Beau and Butch's house. It's like I did the outside but not the inside, as opposed to Coco's house where I did the inside but not the outside. But we'll get to the outside of Coco's house too. I really liked how that build came out. I love having the DLC and working on my villagers' houses and popping in after I renovate them and seeing how they look. It's so fun. It's such a joy. Just coming to visit and being like, wow, I forgot how cool your house was. I wonder who built this. Wow, they must be really talented. If you have the DLC and you haven't tried renovating any of your villagers' houses yet, after you've unlocked that skill, of course, you have to do 30 houses, I think, before you unlock that. But, get those 30 houses done, besties. They don't have to be fancy or anything. And give it a try, because it's really, really fun. It's probably, the way that they integrated the DLC into the main game, I think is really ingenious, because they could have released another sort of Happy Home Academy style game like they did on the DS that's separate from the main game, but I think integrating them was a really smart move. Oh yeah, this is the new Better Picnic. Also, you can see to the right behind that tree and behind those wheat fields, I put a spoiled turnip with hopes that it would spawn an ant pile. And I actually did get it to spawn by the end of the video. You need like a certain number of free spaces to the side of the turnip in order to get the ants to spawn. I just thought it would be cute to have ants by a picnic, you know, like that's so perfect. And I've been meaning to do that in other spots on my island, and then I just forget, and then I build it in a way where I can't fit the turnip. So I'm so glad. Ooh, outfit change. I'm so glad that I managed to get that for the build. I switched that out for the blue soda just so it matched better. I gave him a comic book, of course, very appropriate. Just bow things. But yeah, as you can see, I did an outfit and hair change. This was the time jump between last week and this week when I finished the build. And it's really coming together. I swapped out some of these green mums for these white mums, just to add a little more variety. And I liked paring down the flowers on my island. I used to have a lot more different types of flowers, but just having the colorful blue and purple hyacinths and then the neutral green and white mums feels a lot more cohesive. That's the word. There's another pro tip for you. Okay, 1, we have use things that aren't fences as fences. 2, use chairs and stools and little tables to elevate objects from behind bushes. 3, use the things from the Harv's Island red raffle in your builds because they're very small and dainty and cute. And then 4 is develop a color palette on your island and use that as a guide. And I forgot the thing with the turnips. Use the turnips to make a little ant hill because it's cute. Oh, and I almost forgot to do things out of order if that helps. And if it doesn't help, then don't do that. That's my other tip. You're welcome, besties. You're very welcome. Oh yeah, here I am putting a ladder. Like I said, I think I said this. I wanted that to be like a little observation area. And ooh, as you can see here, I am putting a waterfall. Now, you guys don't know what's going up there yet because I haven't revealed it to you, but one thing that my new island layout made apparent is that I couldn't connect my river, and I wanted my river to be connected for gameplay purposes, and also just because it's kind of fun. So I'm gonna still connect it. It'll be connected, besties. Trust me. But we have to do a little finagling, so I put that there. And you'll see the way that area is going to turn out. The area to the right and left of this middle area is going to be amazing. It's going to be stunning and gorgeous. Just like all of these cliffs that I'm decorating, you're going to be blown away. And I need to start working on those areas now because they're going to take me 1,000,001 years to build based on how long this took me to build. In the meantime, we'll find some fun things to do. I mean, we gotta finish decorating my villagers' houses, of course. Oh yeah, this was me decorating, like I said, decorating the cliffs, and now I'm making that little bridge railing that I mentioned earlier. My philosophy for decorating the cliffs is I don't know what I did. I sort of just like went with the vibes. Like if one area feels too tall, like it looks too tall, I move something that's tall, like a wheat field or a bush, and I replace it with something shorter, like a flower or some weeds or like a custom design. And I felt like decorating this area, I was really going back to like my cottagecore roots with this one, besties. Like I was really like returning like reject modernity, embrace tradition type of like Animal Crossing in spring of 2020 type of vibes. You know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Islands back then looked really gorgeous and fun, and they still look gorgeous and fun today. Oh, I was so upset about digging up this tree stump. I thought it looked really cute there, but I just wanted to cover up like the path over to the secret beach a little bit more, but it was just like not working. I think that the bush helps though. I think the bush helps a little bit, and I might add some more objects over here later. Maybe I'll put like the big mushroom thing. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the big huge mushroom. It almost looks like an umbrella. I might try that. It's a little less natural, a little more whimsical, but it might do the job. It could do the trick. That's, like I said, keep trying things. I already was adjusting things with my Kiki build that I did earlier this week. Oh yeah, this is when I realized that I had forgotten to click record when I started working on this area next to Butch's house, his little fishing spot next to his house. I love this little pond. I think ponds like this are so cute. And you need them to catch the pond fish. Think about that one, besties. You're not going to catch your pond fish if you don't have a pond. But I just wanted him to have a little spot just for him. I also added some like laundry outside of his house. I definitely did not re-record that because that took me 800 million years to place down. So you all can just live with that. I've gotten used to just doing things off camera if they frustrate me, because what's the point of me fumbling with something and getting frustrated if I could just do it off camera and then explain to you what I did after I had figured it out. Though I will admit, some things like me figuring out that bridge are very funny to watch in video form. So, you know, it's a give and take. You gotta pick your battles, besties. That's another piece of advice for you. This video I should title just advice video. It's not a speed build, it's an advice. It's a speed advice. Though I guess the advice isn't the thing that's sped up, but you know what I mean. You guys get what I'm trying to say. I also tried putting the best item in the game, the utility pole, over here, but I thought that it didn't make much sense because we're in the middle of nowhere. And, you know, it makes a little sense to put the utility pole, like, next to their house, but other than that, it's like, you know, are there really power lines out here? Who needs power? This is the woods, besties. We're in the woods. Ooh, speaking of whimsical mushroom items, I put the mush log back there. I haven't used that in so long. Like I said, returning my cottagecore roots. It just feels right, you know? Just feels correct. Ooh, we're almost ready to work on the secret peach, and I'm so excited. I think the secret peach turned out so cute. I know it's a little cliche to have a picnic back there, but I just thought it was adorable, and it reminds me of trails that I used to hike. I mean, I still hike them. It's just it's not summertime and I'm not there. But when I go to visit my grandma's house in Maine, there are a lot of trails around that like start in the forest and then end up at the beach, and then you can like sit there and have a picnic. It's not like a sandy beach so where you like wear a bathing suit and you go swimming. It's more of just like being by the ocean, but it reminded me a lot of that, and that made me really happy. So, you know, that's my other tip is to make an island based off of nostalgia, and that'll keep you motivated, definitely. Wow, once again, this is definitely top 10 voiceovers anyone's ever done. Like, can you name a better voiceover than this? I bet you can't. But like, this is one of those areas that I would not have been able to figure out if I had tried to do it last week. My brain would have gotten stuck and I would have gotten frustrated and I would have rage quit. But this week it just came to me like a vision. I was like, oh, I know where all of this goes. I need lots of wheat fields to make it look sort of like you're in the overgrown grass and have like seagrass and all of that. We need to put a blanket down here. Once again, like what I said with the color palette, green and blue and white seems to be the color palette that my brain has chosen for this island, which makes sense because those are some of my favorite colors. And they fit the nautical theme as well, with little pops of orange too. That definitely adds to it. But yeah, we have our gorgeous and stunning blanket, and we are going to add some gorgeous and stunning objects to go with it, including the nearly busted radio, which I was supposed to use in Butch's house, but I just couldn't find a spot for it, so I'm glad that I used it in this area. And also I got rid of that decoy duck because he didn't fit. See, that's one of those instances where I needed something to be taller, so I replaced him with another wheat field object to make that area look taller. But yeah, that's gonna be mostly it for the build. We're just adding some white mums back here. You know what's funny? I actually ran out of white mums while I was doing this, and I was very distraught because, like, how do I have more green mums than white mums? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, who lives like that? Whose life is like that? That's so goofy of me. Ooh, another fun fact. I built this area of the build while on Discord chat with some of my lovely mods of my Discord server, besties. Link in the description. Come join the igloo. Anyone 16 or over can join the igloo and hang out and chat and have a great time. It's also a great way to get notified every time that I go live, which actually, if you're watching this the day that it goes up, then I will be live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this in the future, hello, future bestie. Don't worry about that. That's fine. It's whatever. Oh yeah, this is one of those objects that took me forever to place. This stupid sock. I just could not get it where I wanted it. But look how cute these items are. Like the muffins and the blue lantern. Like, that's so adorable. I love this area. I think it turned out super duper sweet. Yeah, I was just adding in a couple more wheat fields, and then we are gonna be done with the build, I think. Ooh, this came out so good. I'm so pleased with this. I hope you are too. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of it for today, besties. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said a minute ago, if you're watching this the day that this goes up, I will be live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing a very special stream. We're going to be playing Happy Home Paradise, but instead of me playing and you watching, you guys are going to be telling me what to do by making donations of certain amounts to cause me to make different decisions about the build. So if you are down for some chaos, or you want to donate and support the channel, make sure to check out that stream. Though, to be honest with you, besties, having you here hanging out with me for the outro is more than I ever could have asked for. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like to let me know. Hit subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified every time that I post and go live. I post Animal Crossing videos here every week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I will see you all again next week. Bye!